morning, guys. Happy Wednesday morning. Great to see you all. Cool. Welcome to the class. Hope you all survived that little heat wave that you had in the UK. Take it nice and easy today. Stay hydrated before, after, even throughout the class. If you need to, just take a little breather anytime you need. Have the 2 blocks ready at the front of your mat, just in case we need them. We are working into hips and hamstrings a little bit more today. So if you are working with the tight hips or tight hamstrings, have your props close to you, but have them ready anyway throughout all the classes. We're going to meet lying down on our backs. And good morning, everyone. Enjoy the class. So I want you to lie down on your back, but I want your knees to be connected together. So bend your knees. Have your feet just a little wider, so walk your feet towards the outer edges of your mat. Let your knees to find one another as they kind of knock into one another. And then your arms in a comfortable position, either by your sides or your right palm just below your belly button and left palm just underneath your heart center. Press the back of your shoulders as well as the lower back to the floor. So feel a slight tug of a tailbone as you press the lower back down. Close down the eyes and just stay here for 3 breaths. Feel the belly rising underneath your right palm. Feel the ribcage widening and opening underneath your left palm. Feel the collarbones widening and broadening with each inhale. And as you exhale, completely let go and soften. Feel the collarbones to fall into the chest. The ribcage closes. The belly falls down. Keep the breath going, in and out through the mouth. And make sure each inhale is going all the way down to your belly. So we use the whole of the capacity of your lungs. Making sure we widen the ribcage, not just up and down, but expand the ribcage out to the side as well. Make each inhale count. And make each exhale count. Breathing in through the nose. Expand, find more space within the body. And deep long exhale as you soften and let any tension or any stress go. Keep your body nice and soft, all the way from the crown of your head through the facial muscles down to your toes. Next time you inhale, start reaching the arms all the way over your head and your legs to go straight to toes are going completely opposite direction as your fingers. Take a full breath, a nice big reach, like you want to separate the torso from the rest of your body. Fingertips are reaching towards the space behind your toes, complete opposite direction. Maybe even the lower back will peel off the floor. And bring both of your knees all the way into your chest as you find the top of your shins. Pull the thighs in towards your belly. Lift your head and the shoulders off the floor as you drive your forehead to your knees, knees to your forehead, creating a tiny, tiny little ball. Press the lower back down, see if you can fire up through the core just a little bit more as you lift the shoulders higher. Lift the tailbone off the floor, hold here. And slowly, slowly release. The left sole of your foot will find the floor as you link your fingers at the back of your right thigh. Now press the lower back to the floor so the tailbone will slightly hover. Point the toes of your right leg, pull the right thigh just a little closer towards your chest. Arms are nice and heavy, shoulders press into the floor. And on the exhale, we start straightening through the right leg. Doesn't have to go completely straight, go easy. I just want you to feel the activation of the quad as we actively stretch in a hamstring. 2 more times like that. On the inhale, we bend the knee, drive your heels to your sitting bone. And on the exhale, fully extend through the right leg as you send the toes just a little higher, thigh closer to your chest. 1 more time like that, full breath in, drive your heel to your bum, thigh to your chest. And on the exhale, stretch out through the right leg, pause here. Start creating a little circle motion through the right ankle. Take your foot out to the side, point your toes, other side, flex your foot. See if you can stretch through all of your 5 toes on your right foot. Notice any click, any pops around the ankle joint, or anywhere in the back of your right leg. Your lower back stays glued to the floor. Keep checking your details, your alignments. Keep checking your breath. 1 big circle here, maybe change direction, flex and point. Gorgeous work. And we're coming into the half happy baby. So I want your right palm to hold onto the lower part of your right leg or the outer edge of your foot if you can grab it. As we drive the knee, the right knee towards the right side of your mat and all the way down to the floor. And let your left knee just to fall out to the side so your left foot will roll out through the outer edge. The left palm is now gently pressing onto the left inner thigh. The right knee is pointed towards the right side of your mat, towards the right shoulder. Take a full breath in as we are. Create a better position. Use a bit of a strength here. Press the lower back down, squeeze into the glute as we exhale. From here, cross your right ankle over the left thigh, so the left sole open will find the floor again. And just guide your right ankle on the top of your left thigh. Link your fingers at the back of your left thigh as you pull the thigh towards you into that figure 4 shape. Start rocking from side to side, massaging your lower back, and maybe flex through both of your feet. We're still pulling the left thigh in towards us, and right elbow, it's nudging the right thigh to go further away. One last breath here. And then bring the rocking into still as if you are rocking, and drop your right sole of your foot to the floor. Point the toes of your left leg as we guide the left thigh to come a little closer to the chest. Press the lower back down so your tailbone can slightly hover. Inhale, hold what you have, just pull the thigh closer to your chest. And on the exhale, we go easy with the first one as you fully extend through the left leg, feeling the engagement of the quads. 2 more times like that, breathe in, toes pointed, keep the back of your shoulders pressing to the floor, arms heavy. And on the exhale, extend through the left leg as you keep the toes pointed and your belly close to your thigh, bite to your belly. One more inhale, bend, drive your heels to your bum. And on the exhale, extend through the left leg as high as it goes, as much as you can. And now start creating those circle motion through the ankle. Go slow. Notice any sensation that might be running through the back of your leg. Waking up the ankle joints. Stretching through the calf all the way down to the lower back. Lovely work, guys. Skip slight bend at the back of the left knee. Never going into the limits. Never going into the where the leg is shaking. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your body. One last breath as we are. See if you can pull the thigh just an inch closer. And then half heavy baby on the left side. So the left arm is reaching towards the lower part of your leg. Or the outer edge of your left foot as you drag the left knee towards the left side of your body. Towards the left shoulder. And then just let the right foot, right outer edge of your foot press onto the floor. And just let your right knee to fall out to the side as your left knee is pressing to the floor. Left leg is in a half heavy baby, so feeling the inner thigh beautifully opening the inner core muscles. As well as the right inner thigh. The right leg is in a half butterfly pose. One last breath as we are, full breath in through the nose. Remember to take the breath all the way down to your belly. And soften with the next exhale. Gorgeous. Cross your left ankle over the right thigh for one more last time. Link your fingers at the back of your right thigh as you pull the thigh in. And just make a rocking movements. Soothing, calming movements. Preparing the body for the day ahead of us. One last breath here. And release, well done. And cross your thighs and rock up to seated position. Let's all meet up in the seat and bring the soles of your feet together into the butterfly sit. So drive your sitting on straight leg as you expand into the chest. See if you can lengthen through the spine. Drive and take hold of your ankles or your feet, wherever you can reach. And see if you can send the pelvis a little bit more forward. Lift and lengthen through the spine and we go in spine straight. We go a little forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you activate the upper back. And then we take it out to the side as you lean off to the right side. Go slow. Keep your knees and thighs nice and heavy. As you roll back through the sitting bones, now we separate the shoulder blades as you tuck your chin to your chest. 2 more times like that. Now we lean off to the left side. We go forward as we squeeze the shoulder blades together. We go off to the right side to make sure the spine is moving with you. Every single vertebra is getting the space. All the way down to the hips, to those inner thighs. Perfect. We change direction, going to the other side. Lean forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together. 3 big circles here, lean off the left side. Roll back through the sitting bones. We go off to the right side and all the way forward. Right, guys, continue with those circles. Perhaps make them just a little bit bigger. Now the hips are getting a little warmer. Now the spine is getting a little warmer. Make it bigger. Beautiful. Finish off that last circle. It's all meet in the center and in the butterfly pose. A little bit more hip mobility before we go up and standing. So we need to lean off to the right side. See if you can lift the left hip off the floor. Lift your left foot up as you bring the left knee where your left foot was. So we're coming into the little half hero pose on the left side as you drive your sitting one down to the floor, if that's available to you. Keeping the heel nice and close to your thigh. Back through the center, pick up the leg, waking up the muscles surrounding the hip joints. Soles of your feet together, back into the butterfly. Let's try it on the other side. Lean off to the left side, the right bum cheek lifts. The right knee comes where your right foot was with the right heel nice and close to your bum. You can use your hands to readjust your legs if this is not available to you. And then drive your sitting onto the floor. So now the right leg is in a half hero pose. A great one to get targeted quads as well as that internal rotation. One more time on each side. So also your feet together through the butterfly. Lift your left hip off the floor. Bring your left knee where your left foot was. Pause here. And when your right palm to find the floor behind you, as we just lift the hips off the floor. So legs are in a little zigzag shape. Squeeze into the glutes as you find the length through the front of your body. Pay attention to the left side of your body, from the left quad to the left hip flexors, through the obliques, all the way to the left shoulder. And then drop your bum back down. Lovely. Same way out of it. Soles of your feet together through the butterfly. Lean off to the left side as we bring the right knee where your right foot was. Left palm to find the floor and we lift those sitting ones up. Press the right shin to the floor. Just find a nice opening through the front of the body. Nothing too high, nothing too strong. So think about this as a side body stretch. More the back bend. Take an extra breath as we are. And release. Gorgeous work. Bring it back through the center. Just cross your right ankle at the front of your left. Walk your hands forward, roll through the knees into the tabletop, or just take your feet out to the side. So to make your way to the tabletop. Let's all meet here. From here, imagine we're going through a cat and cow, but we're going to add on the leg movements as well. So we need to bring the right leg up, squeeze into the right glute, drive your right heel towards the right sitting bone, look forward. Drop your belly to the floor, open up your chest, broaden the collarbones. And on the exhale, we press the palms to the floor as you separate your shoulder blades. And see if you can drive your knee all the way to your nose, nose to your knee. Press the palms down. 2 more times like that. Stretching through the abs as you work in the spine muscles. Look forward or maybe slightly up. Get the back body to work. And on the exhale, we strengthen the hip flexors as you drive your knee to nose to knee, and separate your shoulder blades. One more time like that. Can the right leg go a little higher? Squeeze into the glute, open up that chest. And on the exhale, we round the spine, separate your shoulder blades, tuck in the chin and pause here. With the spine rounding, look forward, and I want you to step your right foot onto the outside of the right hand. If that didn't happen, you can use your hands to readjust the foot. Shuffle it 30 forwards, walk your hands 30 forward. We are in a listen lunge. If you have a little pillow or blanket close to you, slide it underneath your left knee. Now, very similar movement with the spine. I want you to pull the shoulders down and back, sink the hips a little lower. Look forward as you open up that chest. And on the exhale, we go back with the hips, so maybe even the right leg will straighten, maybe not fully. Just find some length as you drive your sitting bones back. Some of you might be able to bend into the elbow. Both of your arms are on the inside of the right foot, not on the outside. So the right knee is on the outside of the right shoulder. Let's go forward 2 more times like that. Ripple through the spine, big movements. Sink the hips a little lower as you send your chin away from your chest, maybe look up. Your right knee stays close to your right shoulder as you then send those hips back. Press the palms to the floor. Flex your right foot till the toes are pointed up. Go a little lower. Gorgeous. Find the lowest position, soften into the back of your shoulders. One more time like that. Ripple through the spine, create a big spine wave. Take it all the way forward. Look forward. Sinking those hips a little lower. And on the exhale, we take it all the way back as you soften into your elbows. Tuck your chin to your chest. Find the length through the back of the right leg. Stay here for an extra breath, making sure the hips are square. So go back with the right hip, forward with the left one. Bring it back through the center, hands to stay as they are. As you slide your right foot to meet your left at the back and into the tabletop. Straight onto the other side, press the palms to the floor and inhale the left knee floats back. Drive your left sitting heel to your bum as you look forward, open up your chest. And on the exhale, we round the spine, separate your shoulder blades as you tuck your chin in, knee to nose, nose to knee. 2 more times like that. Feel those muscles warming up, waking up, activating them, preparing the body for the day. And round through the spine as you bring the knee to nose. Can you connect those two? One more time there. Full breath in, drop the belly down, rolling your collarbones. And on the exhale, you round the spine as you separate your shoulder blades and we tuck your chin in. We pause here. Now I want you to press the palms to the floor so we're creating a space for your leg to go all the way forward to the outside of your left foot. Press it down. Lovely. Nice, guys. From here, shuffle the hands forward. Walk your left foot forward. If you think you have a little bit more in those hips, which you probably have, so just take it a little lower. Keep your left knee really close to your left shoulder, maybe even connect. Look forward as you let your hips to fall down and chin to come forward, broaden your collarbones. Next time you exhale, start sending those hips back. Go easy with the first one. See if you can lift the toes up. Your left knee to stay bent if it needs to be. Go easy on the hamstrings. See what sounds like that. If this is not available to you, if you have the blocks close to you, place the blocks underneath your palms to make this a little bit more accessible. Use your props where needed, even without me telling you, you know how to use them. So grab the blocks if you need them and slide them underneath your hands. Here they go, maybe go one more to your same hips, just a little lower. And on the exhale, drive your sitting bones down. You're going to hold here for an extra breath. You might be able to soften your elbows more. Find a bit of softness across the back of your shoulders as well as you drive your chin all the way down to your chest. Full breath in. And a nice big full breath out. Gorgeous. Wriggle the spine all the way forward, back onto your arms as you slide your left foot back. Curl your toes under. Bring the sitting bones all the way down to your heels and then press the palms to the floor to lift the knees up. We are in the first downward facing dog with the knees soft and bent. Keep your down dog in a stillness. Just press the palms down. Separate your shoulder blades as you drive your armpits to the ears. And as sitting bones up to the sky, feel the length across the whole of the back body. From here, start walking your feet all the way to your hands. See if you can keep your palms exactly as they are. As you walk your feet towards them, bend your knees as much as you need to. Until your toes will find your wrists. Bend your knees, drop your belly to your thighs. On inhale, halfway lift, slide your fingers up your shins. Send the shins away from you, lengthen your legs and look forward. Lengthen the spine as you squeeze the shoulder blades together, gorgeous. And on the exhale, we bend those knees as you slide your hands all the way down, forward, forward. One more time, let me take it all the way up to stance. Inhale, halfway lift, hinge up from the hips, lengthen your legs. Look forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then from here, continue hinge up. So all we're doing, we're lifting up, using the glutes and the hamstring to help you to come up into the stance. Lovely. Circle the arms, open up the chest, look up. Bring the palms together at the top of your head as you bring them all the way down to your heart center. On inhale, soften into your knees, send the energy up through the fingertips of the back. And on the exhale, bend those knees as you take into a nice big forward fold with a flat back. Same way down. So remember to soften into your knees, flat back to take it down. Gorgeous. Inhale, halfway lift this time. Maybe the fingers can stay on the floor. Look forward, straighten those legs. And on the exhale, palms to the floor as you step your right foot back. We're coming into the warrior one. So press the ball on your right foot to the floor and use the strength of your legs to help you to lift. Square your hips. The left knee stays over your left ankle, right heel is pressing down. If it's not able to go all the way down, slightly turn the toes about 45 degrees. Hip square, chest square. Inhale to reach those fingers up and over to the sky. Lengthen, hold what you have. And on the exhale, see if you can sink just a little lower, but keep your shoulders over your hips. Lots of strength and buoyancy through the legs. Bring your arms all the way back behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift and lengthen. We come into a humble warrior. On the exhale, hinge forward from the hips. The legs stays exactly as they are. Keep working strength. Bring the chest a little for your left thigh, or if you're searching for more, bring the shoulder or the left shoulder all the way to the inside of the left thigh. Keep your hips nice and square. Notice your left hip popping out to the side. Don't let that happen. Keep it through the center. And now start slowly folding forward as you look towards your back foot. Drive your chin to your chest. Just one last breath. Feel a little wobble. Absolutely fine. Just look forward and balance. And release. Press the left sole of your foot to the floor and lift back up through the stance. Hands on your hips. As we step the right foot a little closer to your left. Pyramid pose. Square of the hips, lengthen through the spine, hands either at the back, holding onto the elbows, or palms together at the prayer arms. But probably the elbows might feel a little more gentle for the morning practice. Inhale to find a leg through the spine and exhale, we hinge forward from the hips. Keep the strength in the left quad, lift the kneecap up, slide soft at the back of your left knee. Hip square, as you probably find a stretch all around the halfway. Your spine stays in a tabletop position, nice and long and straight. Chin is pointed towards the floor, so it's like you're gazing towards the front of your mat. Folding deeper and deeper until we find that it's enough for our back of the legs. One more last breath as we are. Just stay folding. Keep the balance, keep the strength. And as softening to your left knee, press the sole of the left foot to the floor. Rise up into the stance. Gorgeous. Bend your left knee, let go of the arms, step your right foot next to your left into the standing shape. Softening to your knees, bring your arms all the way up, look up, reach up, all the way up. And on the exhale, bring the palms together into your heart center. Send the pelvis slightly more forward as you squeeze into the glutes. Inhale, bend those knees as you find nice length. Send the energy up through the fingertips and perhaps drive your arms back and hips forward just a little bit more. Gorgeous. And on the exhale, all the way down, bend your knees, halfway lift. Inhale, look forward, either fingers to the floor or your shins. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lengthen, gorgeous. And on the exhale, this time I want you to take the back of your legs as you glue your belly to your thighs, connect those. As you let your arms keep it nice and heavy, chin to your chest, crown of it is now reaching down to the floor. Take an extra breath here with a nice little forward fold, generous bend in the back of your knees so your belly can connect to your thighs. Palms to full, bend your knees even more if we need to as we step the left foot back, warrior one. Readjust your foot where needed, bend your right knee, press the foot to the floor and use the strength of your right hamstring to help you to rise up. So, square of hips, you can use your hand to readjust. Square of the chest, tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, we reach those arms as high as we can. Readjust your position, drive your right knee the same direction as the right foot, right toes. And then link your fingers at the back as we squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up that chest. Inhale to lengthen as much as you can, and on the exhale, humble warrior. Either stay with the chest on top of your right thigh, or bring it on the inside of that thigh. But careful for the right thigh not to fall out to the right side. Keep it square. Then drive your knuckles up to the sky as you bring your chin to your chest, crown of the head will reach down to the floor. Let the arms to fall over your head. Holding knee for 3. Deep breaths, holding for 2. And 1. Gorgeous breath. Press the right foot to the floor. Lift back up through stance. Nice. Hands on your hips. As you step your left foot a little closer to your right, don't go too close, don't go too far. Comfortable pyramid. Your variation of your arms, either prayer arms or take the elbows, or just hands on your hips if the shoulders aren't ready just yet. That's fine. Open up your chest. We find a length first before we fold. Engage your right quads, keep your right knee nice and soft as we start hinging forward. So same spine length as we did with the halfway lift. Same hinge as we did, but this time with the feet being a little wider. Once you start feeling the sensation at the back of your right leg, that's why we want to pause and hold. Full breath in. Full breath out. Sending the hips back and up. Folding over. One last breath here. And release. Press the right foot to the floor. Lift back up through to stance. Let go of the arms and step your left foot to meet your right. Soften into your knees. Circle the arms for one more last time. Bring your arms up. Open up your chest. Look up, perhaps slightly gentle. Hard open here as you guide those hips to go forward. As you exhale, bring your palms together into your heart center. We go same way out of it. Soften into your knees. Palms up. Look up, hips forward. And on the exhale, let go of the arms. Swan dive all the way to the earth. Soften into the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, fingers to the shins or to the floor as you lift and lengthen. And on the exhale, palms down, bend your knees, and just bring your bum down to the floor in a controlled way. Maybe use your hands behind you to help you to get there. Gorgeous work. Shake out those legs. We might need a little strap here or something to sit on, depending on how your hips and hamstrings are feeling this morning. So when you're rounding to be straight, your left foot slides towards your left hip. So lift the left hip off the floor. Use your hand. I want you to go to a hurdles position where the left knee is pointing out to the side. Maybe not completely 45, it might be a bit too strong, but keep a little closer. Don't go too close, otherwise you might struggle to fold forward. So slightly out to the sides. Try both of your sitting bones to the floor, even though you might feel the left hip is slightly lifted, that's fine. I just want you to find a little rotation through the left hip joint. And then reach your arms up, keep your right leg straight, right foot flexed. As we start going into a nice big forward fold. So each hip is getting some kind of opening. Each leg is doing something different. So find a position that works for you. We are here for a few breaths. We start slowly approaching the end of the clap, so find a softness. Start slowing down the breath and feel the heat running through the body just after a little short sequence. The strength through the legs. The warmth around the hips and the thighs. The length at the back of your legs. Last 3 rounds of breaths as we are. Folding just a little deeper. Maybe resting your forehead on top of your right shin if that's available to you. And release. Start slowly making your way up through the sit. And we go straight onto the other side. So your left leg to go straight. Lean off to the left side so we can slide that right knee back. The right heel stays nice and close to your right sitting bone. So we get a nice stretch through the front of the right foot as well. The shin. Nothing too wide, but nothing too close. So somewhere where that feels comfortable for your body. Flexing through the left foot. Find the top of your sitting bones to sit on. Inhale to reach those arms up. And on the exhale, we fold. Parallel stretch, really nice one to target the hip on the right side as well as the left hamstring, the lower back. Find a softness. Use any props that you might need right now. Maybe something underneath your sitting bones, maybe a strap to pull the toes closer. Or just keep your body hanging heavy exactly as you are. Round through the upper back. Relax your facial muscles. Relax that jaw. Come back into your breath. Deep, long inhales. Deep, long exhales. Last 3 cycles of breath. Be ready to start slowly making your way up through the center. Bring your right leg forwards and you're just making your way lighter on your back. Just for a few breaths. I don't want you to fall asleep again. I want you to start the day nicely energized. But just kind of lie down on your back so we prepare the body and we bring the body back into neutral. The heart rate back into neutral. The breath back into a normal rhythm. So close down the eyes, partially open up your lips as we take the last 3 exhales out through the mouth. Massive inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs. Deep, long exhale through the mouth. Let it all out. Keep it going, inhale. Sigh it out. Last one, inhale. Gradually rolling through the ankles, rolling through the wrists. Bring your arms over your head, and exactly as at the beginning of the class, point towards the opposite direction as your arms. Further look through the whole of your body, maybe a little yawn. And whenever you're ready, in your own time, bend your knees and roll onto the sides. Lift up into a seated position, cross your ankles. Bring your palms together into your heart, center, move nice and slow now. As you tuck your chin all the way down to your chest, slightly bow forward, thanking yourself for your time, for your practice, for turning up on your mat. Thanking your body for that wonderful practice. Namaste. Happy work. Thank you all so much for joining me. Happy Wednesday, and I'll see you all next week. Bye guys, have a great day. Thank you, Sarah. Have a lovely day. Thank you, Charlotte. See you next week. Bye, Wendy. Bye, Annette. Bye, Nadia.